All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about things we watched this week.
Do you remember the jingle that you were doing last week? I really liked it. Now I forget it.
Weekly watch report. No, that's the original.
Yeah.
Coming back at you with a weekly watch report.
Yeah, that
we
was
hear
it.
all the things that Noah watches and makes us bored.
Yep,
something
that was
like
it.
that.
That was it.
Yep.
Might be a little wordy there.
I added
at the
more
end.
words. I have to go back and say I added more words. I did.
What did you watch this week?
So the movie that I remembered to write down was Burnt with Bradley Cooper and Uma Thurman and
Never seen it.
Sienna Miller. There's a couple different faces in there. Came out in 2015. Takes place in London at the Langham Hotel where I stayed, and I was so excited to realize that as I was watching it. Bradley Cooper plays a chef, Adam Jones. I don't think it's a real chef, but it's modeled after many other famous chefs who go through trials and tribulations of being a chef, of being an asshole chef, basically. Yeah, it was interesting. I liked it. I'll give it a C+.
Okay.
I watched the first episode of Depp vs. Heard, or Heard vs. Depp.
I watched the whole thing.
I'm going to give that a C.
Yeah.
Or a D. Like, I just feel like it's everything we've seen before. I don't know.
Yeah. It is. I will say it's definitely, it wasn't.
I'm going to give it a C.
It wasn't really like new information.
I'm going to give it a C-.
Yeah.
I can't decide. What are you grading it? I want to copy you.
I would give it a C.
I'll go C-.
Yeah.
C-.
I watched all of them. So I think that it was more the setup of it was interesting to me. And because it's all kind of things that we discussed when it was happening, right? When we were like, it's so crazy, the effect of social media and how TikTok is really creating a narrative for one person here and all that. And so like they really dove into that, which was interesting to see. I think cutting back their testimonies was also very interesting, where it wasn't like, obviously that's not, Amber was on the stand, Johnny was on the stand, separate, weeks apart, but then really them cutting back and forth from them telling like the same stories, and how they were telling it differently, and seeing really some of like the YouTube reactions and the fans' reactions of people just so gung-ho for Johnny that there was no way he could have done anything. And it was just like you said, it was just like a little scary to see the blind faith for sure. And it's nothing that we haven't also said when we were talking about these two, that it seems like it was an extremely volatile relationship on both ends.
Yeah, they were awful for each other. That's what I've taken away from it, is that they were both awful.
Yep. Bad evidence against Johnny, bad evidence against Amber. And at the end of the day, Johnny has the money,
lawyer.
Power. He had that. His lawyers were insane, and he went in doing exactly what he wanted to do, which was make this a public spectacle to win the public back on his side. No matter, like, I don't think he could have cared less what happened actually within the trial. It was how do I get and it's the conversation of why they had the cameras in the courtroom and everything. Like, he was able to win over the public again. They're both actors, and it's what they can do. They win people over like that. So, but it was very interesting. And it's, it's 3 episodes, quick thing to watch.
Yes. Okay, I gave that a C-.
Yeah.
I watched episodes 6 and 7 of The Summer I Turned Pretty. C-.
No comments. No. Nothing.
No.
This didn't do it for you, huh?
Nope. Not quite.
It's disappointing.
Yeah.
For me.
It's disappointing for me in general. I mean, I obviously want to be interested in this show. I love the first season.
Yeah. It's tough because I got so much more to say, but I don't.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to.
Right.
It's an empty soundboard I got.
Only Murders.
The finale. I mean, everyone can watch the finale now.
Only Murders.
Yeah.
I fell asleep. Not because I didn't like it, but because I was very tired when I put it on.
Okay.
And so now I don't have
Episode 3?
Yes, I'll have to go back and watch it. But man, do I love them. I do. Every time. I love them every time I put it on.
I watched the first 2 episodes this week since, I finally found out that it was back on TV.
That's all I watched.
I really liked the first 2 episodes. I liked it was a good moment with Paul Rudd of Dead, Not Dead, Dead. I liked
Way
that.
to spoil it for people who haven't
what the
watched.
fuck?
I mean, someone's dead and it's him from the trailer. Like, from the preview, he's dead. And it all happens in one episode. I really don't feel like I'm giving that much away. Did you not watch it?
I haven't even watched season 2 yet, so.
Oh, so
you can't complain.
Yeah. So you're not gonna. You said can't give it.
It was a great episode from what I watched, but I fell asleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an A.
Okay.
Just because.
Just because.
I'm sure it was good.
No, I was really enjoying it. And
Yeah.
I did not fall asleep because I don't like it. I was very tired.
What did I watch? Okay. I watched Heard versus Depp. I'll give a C, is what I already said. I watched episodes 1 and 2 of Only Murders.
Ria's yawn.
I'll give that an A-. I watched.
That was not on purpose. That was
Yeah, it's just genuine yawn.
I watched episode 3 and 4 of Sweet Magnolias. Kind of a lull part here. Some things moving pieces, but like I gotta get. The end is always where like the good stuff happens. I'll give that like a C. I watched the Johnny Manziel documentary.
I watched that too.
Yeah. I thought it was really good. I did. I thought it was really good. Very interesting. Kind of like exactly how I expected it to go. I mean, of course there was the shocking moments, and it was all in the press leading up to the documentary coming out about him like really having like thoughts of ending his life and things like that. Like I knew that was coming when I was watching it because we saw the articles about it, but it really was just an interesting look on how I also think how different college football and the NFL is. College football, it was really like, hey, you're really fucking good. You can kind of get away with doing whatever you want. There wasn't really anybody like laying down the law for him. And the NFL was, of course, so different. And he loved football, but not more than he loved having a good time, partying with his friends.
Having a good time is fun.
I've partied with Johnny Manziel before.
Good for you.
No big deal.
In what context?
At a club in New York City.
Oh, cool.
I told him, yeah.
Yeah.
Just thought I would throw that in.
Why do I feel like I remember this?
It was after one of our holiday parties.
Okay, yeah.
Me, Spider, and someone else here went to a club. And
Yeah.
He did have a podcast here for a while.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I thought it was very interesting and very good, and a good look into his life. And he's done some shitty things, questionable things. I think obviously, like he said, drugs, a lot of heavy drug use. So I hope he's out on the other side of that. I guess he's back living in Texas. I don't know how recent that was, but when it ended, it was like him and his dad. So
I think they live in Arizona.
Oh yeah, you're right. Arizona, Scottsdale.
Because
you're right. It was. He's like he's got a house in Scottsdale. Yeah. I was more saying like when he found himself in a really down spot, he just was like he went home. I'll give that a B. I liked it. Red, White, and Royal Blue. I talked about on Monday that I watched. Loved it. Thought it was amazing, impeccable. It gets an A. It gets
I
an
thought
A.
you're going with A plus.
No, it
It
gets an
got
A.
pretty good reviews. I looked it up.
No, I
It
really
does have really good reviews.
I really did enjoy it. And this is one, there hasn't really been anything so far that has come out that I have loved so much that I'm like, damn, it really fucking sucks that they're not doing press because I would love to have them on. Mm-hmm. This was the first one that I was like, fuck. I would love to have.
We've had him on before.
I know. I would love to have Taylor back on the show. And he was so sweet on Zoom. Like, it would have been so fun. Loved, just really everything about it was fantastic. I don't want to give too much away if people haven't watched it, is the thing. That's why it's always hard with this. Good old weekly watch report, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just, you know, the movie solved all of the world's problems in a sweet 2 hours. Also, I saw, and I was showing it to my sister, that allegedly there's a 3-hour version of the movie that the director they had 3 hours and they cut it to 2. I was like, give me the 3-hour version. Release the director's cut.
The hour.
Release the director's cut. It's like the #1 movie on Prime and everything right now. So very exciting. It was great. Loved. Absolutely loved it. I haven't had a movie like that in a while, like where I've felt like I've wanted to like make it really a part of my life, you know? Mm-hmm. So I really like that. What else did I watch? Oh, I finished Quarterback on Netflix. I'll give that a C. I liked it. I stopped at episode 7. I will not be watching episode 8 because that's when Patrick Mahomes beats the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and I don't want to watch that episode. Okay. So I've stopped at 7, and really, I solely watched because Kirk Cousins, what a gem of a man. Just really loved all of his scenes. And then I believe Love Island, US, Casa Amor, good Casa Amor. Probably one of the better Casa Amors that has happened on Love Island US. I'm going to talk about what is happening. So I know you won't care. So I'm going to put a disclaimer.
What if I watch?
You're not going to watch. You always say this, but you're going to watch Love Island US?
Maybe. I don't know for sure.
Well, if I say one thing, it's juicy. Maybe it'll get you to watch.
Whatever.
There's a couple that they're in pretty good shape before Casa Amor. Not like closed off or anything, but they're in good shape. He goes to in the villa. The girls go to Casa Amor. In the villa, he has sex in the bedroom with one of the girls in the communal room with everybody else in there.
Yeah.
Oh, so you saw it?
I saw it on Twitter.
There you go. Which was just insane. Crazy move. It's never happened. So obviously the recoupling was like a whole big dramatic thing. There's a couple couples that I love. Carmen and Kenzo I really like. Carmen could maybe not need to get into everybody else's business as much as she does, but she's passionate about her friends, I feel like. So that's nice. And Marco and Hannah I also am obsessed with. I think they're great. I will give that Casa Amor was good. I'll give it a B-.
Good score.
Yeah. Now that is everything I've watched.
Okay. I've been watching a lot of Suits. Did you stop?
No, I'm still watching. Okay. I just can't at this point. It's hard to keep up with how many episodes I'm watching
because I'm halfway through season 3 now.
That's where I'm at.
It's actually I'm almost liking it more as it goes on so far.
Really?
Yeah. I'll give that a B+. Just very easy show to watch.
Yeah.
Entertaining. Chimp Empire. You didn't.
I didn't watch.
I didn't finish the 4th episode. Oh wait, but I watched the first 3. I have to rate it.
Yeah.
B+.
Okay.
B+.
Chimp Empire. I watched the final episode, and that's an A+. The whole series is an A+. And
you must have been very high watching the whole series.
Well,
because as I was watching it, I was like, "This is something that would be really something I could really zone out in."
Telling people in real life to everyone I've been encountering, I try to tell them to watch it, and I'm yeah, obviously, if you're high,
right. That's why I think it's getting an A+ from you.
And I wouldn't watch it. When I would go home and eat dinner or whatever, I would just put Suits on. But I'll be I'm saving that for later. And I get in my bed.
It's a treat. Yeah.
Pitch black and just under the covers and
zone out on.
and
Yep.
it's great. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. But A+. I watched the Johnny Manziel documentary. I'll give that a B-. I thought it was just a solid documentary. There wasn't
and it was like it was quick.
Yeah,
like it
quick.
wasn't long.
I was
you know?
excited when I checked the time on it, and it was like
It's like an hour 15.
yeah, I was expecting like a 4-part thing.
Yeah,
but, But yeah, B-. I have 2 bad movies.
Ooh.
2 bad rewatch movies. So one I saw because of a TikTok clip, of course, and I couldn't remember. Like I didn't remember watching it, and then when I put it on, I'm like, oh, I've watched this. But I was like, you know what? I'll just watch it again. It's called Spread with Ashton Kutcher. He's like.
Never heard of it.
He's like this basically homeless guy, but he's just like an attractive guy who lives in LA and just sleeps with like really rich women and lives off them. That's basically the premise of it.
Wow, I've never even heard of this.
Yeah. And
Have
I was
you
like,
heard of
I
this?
have seen this.
No.
Ashton Kutcher movie?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. I'll give that a D.
Wow. Tough one for our pal Ashton.
Yeah, not a great movie. It's almost so ridiculous though that it's like you can watch it. This movie Frozen, not the Frozen.
This movie Frozen?
No, not that movie Frozen.
Go away, Anna. I watched this new movie, Frozen.
So I had a couple of rewatches. You ever heard of Frozen?
No, it's not that Frozen. This Frozen, and this was so bad that I literally just skimmed through different parts, but I'll put it on here.
Okay.
It
sounds like an F.
This one's a D-. So
Okay,
it's
close enough.
Basically the premise is these 3 people get stuck on a chairlift on a mountain. Like everyone it's at night. They just forget that they're on the chairlift and they all go home. So they're stuck. And then there's like wolves and it's freezing and it's this whole thing. But terrible movie. So that's a D-.
They're announcing who's president at 3:30.
This is the funniest thing ever, though. I do
just
really
fuck myself.
no.
I'm kidding.
Honestly, Noah, one of my favorite things is just you watching terrible movies and talking about
And
it.
then going,
just being like,
yep, it's
So I
terrible.
watched this movie, D-. Absolutely
terrible.
awful, terrible.
I
Don't
know-
watch it.
I don't even know how you make it through the end of these.
Some of these are so bad that but I like to put it on.
You have to
because-
see it through.
And it's just like I'm not like sitting there like
Right.
fully invested. I'm
You're
like,
just
on my
throwing you're on your
like,
phone, throwing your hands in the air,
Yeah.
going, "This
This
is
idea
awful."
of working, like
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
The last movie that I watched in the theaters
in the
in the
theater.
theater.
is Theater Camp.
Theater camp. You love this.
Great movie. Really, really good movie. I mean, I didn't go to Theater Camp, obviously. I don't know if that's
You
I
may
don't know
have.
why you said
We've
obviously.
seen your dancing
I don't know
videos.
why you said obviously like
I just
that.
feel
Like
like
there's a
people would-
negative connotation
No,
to theater camp.
I just feel
Maybe
like
you
people
did go to
wouldn't
theater camp.
Peg me for like a theater camp.
I
guy.
think I would.
What are you talking about? Like I could see you being like the lights guy, like the production guy, like the back.
Theater
You
camp.
know,
There's so many different roles at theater camp. Maybe
Yeah.
you're not on stage front and center.
director, producer.
You know, you're not Troy Bolin.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wasn't though. But yeah, Jimmy Tatro is just so funny in everything he does. And
All right, fanboy.
all right, sorry. All right, Ben Platt was
I had
pretty
a comment
good too.
literally after every sentence he said.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I do feel like that most of the theater went to theater camp or something because I kind of felt like I thought it was very funny, but there were so many times where the theater was like erupting in laughter, and I'm like, that must be like an inside theater joke or something.
You're like, I don't get this. I've
This
never been to
must be
theater
because I
camp.
never went to theater camp.
But like
I'm on the outside of this inside joke.
the crowd was like very. I love when the crowd's like excited. Like the second that the like lights went down, they like erupted in applause. Like before the
that's
music.
fun.
It's very theater camp of them.
And it's just so funny.
Maybe you went with like some of Ben Platt's biggest fans.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a Lincoln Center movie theater,
Yeah.
which is obviously right. Lincoln Center, but
Yes. That is where the Lincoln Center movie theater is. Is that all? No, it actually
Wrap
we
it
did get
up.
an email like they want everyone in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
in the area. at a certain time.
what was I gonna say? No, it never gets old when the Nicole Kidman thing goes up and people like recite it with her.
Yeah, no,
And
it does.
it's
It makes
so
it makes
funny.
me excited every time I go to
Yeah.
the movies.
That's all though.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Thank
Noah.
you so much, and I think theater camp is one many would be interested in.
Yep.
I do think it's a solid. I gave it an A-. I don't know if I said that.
And Full Circle on HBO.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked that
You
out
haven't
yet,
checked that out, make
please
sure you
go check
stream
that out.
Full Circle.
Circle on HBO. All right.
And now I'm forgetting the name of it. Hijack.
And Hijack.
Hijack
By the
on
way,
Apple
the finale
Yep.
Good show. All right. That's all we watched this week.